Hello everybody and welcome back to My Garage Roleplay. Alright, so yeah, today we are starting off in the office here, and Uncle Richard has actually agreed to give me a small loan so that I can buy the barn that we had a look at in the previous episode. So once again he has left the money on the table for me, and yes, we will then make payment for the property as soon as we get a little bit of a chance. So yeah, in the shop today, basically what I want to do is try and get the little Lad Coupe running. Now, I have done a bit of work off camera, so I have basically assembled the rear suspension a little bit and also went through the front end of the car, and I've also removed the old engine. So my plan for today is to try and see if I can get the new engine built basically and make sure that this thing is going to be running, because I basically have to tow that trailer behind the car. So as you can see, our shop truck actually has arrived, so they did come and drop it off, and it's in quite a poor state, but the engine seems to be fine. So we might actually be able to use this in our new shop truck that Uncle Richard has bought. So that is actually what we are going to work towards today, is to go and pick up the new shop truck at Uncle Richard's house, because he already bought it and he drove it back there. So he says the engine is basically on its last legs. So yeah, we've gotta have a way to get that shop truck back here. So I'm thinking of probably hooking the trailer up to the car and towing the trailer over there, and then we'll see if we can get a trailer hook mounted to the new shop truck and maybe put our car on the trailer and try and do it like that, so that we can bring our own car back on the back of the trailer with the new shop truck. So hopefully the shop truck will be able to make it back. But first things first, I have to dive into this engine and see what parts are usable. So yeah, let's start taking good parts off it, I guess. Okay, so that is pretty much all of the parts that we are going to reuse on this old engine. So basically this block with all the rest of the parts we are going to scrap, because we have got new replacement parts for all of these. So yeah, we will quickly have to go and pick up a timing belt, because I didn't go through that obviously. But as far as the rest of the parts, I think we've got pretty much everything we need. So I just quickly want to remove the old water pump from the cylinder head, because that is also a very bad part. And this little table that I'm crouched under just now, that is basically a table that I bought for my shop that I'm going to be setting up very soon. But yeah, I will be right back. I'm just gonna go and grab that timing chain from the shop. Alright, and here we are with our brand new timing chain. So I should be able to mount it to the head like that. Okay, so we do have a new cylinder head gasket at least, so that is something that we can probably just scrap. So yeah, I'm gonna start by putting some parts onto this new engine block. So let's get this thing mounted on the little engine stand. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start with the crankshaft and yeah, I will speed up the process a little bit for you guys so you don't have to watch me build a boring inline 4 engine. Alright, there we go. We have got a fully assembled inline 3 engine, well inline 4 engine actually. It's starting to get a bit dark, so we might go and sleep a little bit, and in the morning I can go and pick up some fluids for this, and basically then we can set off and see if this thing is gonna work out for us, because yeah, this will be a very good test for this little car. I do still have to mount the exhaust system as well, so that is something that I will do real quick. But I just got to ensure that I've got all these bolts tightened down now. So yeah, pretty much everything looks good over here. And I think basically we shouldn't have any trouble firing this thing up once we have got our fluids in. Alright, let's just come and grab this exhaust manifold. See if we can get this fitted as well. Alright, so there we go, and now it's pretty much just the exhaust system. So I'm just going to grab it like this and see if I can get it in from under here. It should be around there somewhere. Here we go. Alright, let's just zip those down. And yeah, I think that is going to be, I'm going to call it a day for now. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a nap, and then I will see you guys back in the morning. Alright, so yes, it is the next morning, and I am pretty much ready to set off and get some fluids for our car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in the Chevelle pick. Just need to move this trailer a little bit out of the way. I think, yeah, this should be fine over here. Right, so I'm just going to jump in the Chevelle and go and collect some fluids for our little Lad Coupe, and then see if we can get those fluids topped off. Alright, so here we go. Let's get back to the shop. Alright, so here we are. Let me just quickly unpack these fluids. And I think what we're going to do is just check our brake fluid as well. But I think that should be fine. Yeah, that looks okay. So I did check all of the brake lines and brake pads, so everything is basically ready to go. We just need to get oil in this thing, and also obviously coolant. 'cause I don't think there's anything. Yeah, this thing is bone dry, and so is our engine at the moment. So yeah, we are going to just top off these fluids and make sure this thing is ready to hit the road. Alright, so we are basically ready to fire this thing up. I did get a battery off the shelf there. Uncle Richie said it's fine, I can have it. So yeah, once we turn the key, I believe this thing should start up if it's got gas in it. We've got almost half a tank of gas in this car, so hopefully this gas will still work. Right, she fired right up. Obviously we don't have a handbrake cable, but I think we are ready to basically see if this thing is gonna, yeah. Alright, so let's go and hook up the trailer, and I'll quickly stop by the shop for a handbrake cable, because we are gonna need it if we are gonna be towing this car on the back of a trailer. So yeah, we're gonna have to go and get that mounted quickly. Alright, this looks quite heavy for the car, but hopefully we'll be able to get it all the way over there. And we are about to embark on this long journey all the way back to Uncle Richard's house to go and pick up our new shop truck. Alright, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I will basically bring you guys back once I get close to there, and I'll show you what the new shop truck looks like. Alright, so we are coming up to Uncle Richard's house, It's just around the corner, and I thought I'd bring you guys in, yeah, because this car has been struggling with this trailer. I don't think we are going to be able to tow the shop truck on the back of this car, so as I said, we might have to improvise here a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around over here on the dirt and see if we can just maybe get the shop truck over here and hook up the trailer to it and load our car onto the trailer. So let's quickly see if we can get that sorted out. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the shop truck first of all. So it is parked all the way at the back of Uncle Richard's house. So I think we might be able to squeeze through here by the bushes. Okay, yeah, but we'll probably have to drive around the back. Alright, so there it is. So this is a Ford F100. It's got a couple of things on the back here I see, but we don't have a trailer hitch connected, so we'll probably have to take the one off our car for now. But in terms of the engine, apparently this thing is on its last legs, so let's just quickly check if it's got oil. Yeah, very little oil. And I think also we're gonna have to check the coolant quick, because I think that is also quite low. So yeah, we're gonna have to probably go in and fill up the coolant a bit, and also see if we can get some oil for this thing, because I do not want this thing to blow up on the way back. So we're gonna try and make it there. And yeah, we've got a very leaky exhaust, so this is going to be a fun ride home. Luckily Uncle Richard has got a very good relationship with his neighbor. Alright, so we are going to just park up here, and I will switch it off. So yeah, hopefully we just can make it to the gas station and then basically see if we can get our truck all the way back to the shop. So I'm gonna detach the trailer over here, and let's see, we can take our trailer hook off here. Alright, let's go and mount it on the F100 over here. There we go. Let's get that zip down. Alright, so that should do. Let's just pop this on here, and I can probably pull the trailer over there by hand. Luckily it's empty, so it's not very heavy. And see if we can get it hooked up to the F100. Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, let me see if I can get the ladder onto the trailer, and yeah, hopefully this thing won't go anywhere. Alright, we'll just once again push it a little bit forward once it's lowered down, and then hopefully we won't have any trouble it's swinging around. So let me just hop on here, give it a bit of a push. Yeah, we can go a little bit more because I would like to have it right on the edge. Okay, that looks good to me. So yeah, let's see if we can get to the closest gas station and just top up the oil and also the coolant in this truck, and then hopefully we don't have any problems further. Okay, so here we are, and yeah, I quickly ran into the shop over there and bought some oil and also a bottle of coolant. Yeah, this thing is towing a little bit wonky, so I think there might be a bit of suspension problems. So yeah, there's something we'll have to probably have a look at. Yeah, this corner doesn't look too great, so there's going to be a bit of work to be done on this. But I think if we just take it easy, we should be able to get it home. Alright, so let's quickly grab some oil and see if we can get this thing topped off. Okay, so that's our oil sorted out. So let me just quickly have a look and see if I can get the radiator filled up a little bit so we can be sure not to overheat. Alright, so that is the F100 top off with coolant and also a little bit of oil, so hopefully we'll make it back to the shop. So I'm just moving these things to the back of the trailer rather, because I see they need to be tied down somehow, so hopefully that won't be any issues then. Okay, so let's see if we can make it back safely to the service center. Alright, so we made it safely back to the shop, basically. We're just pulling up now, and yeah, the truck is not doing too great. There's a lot of power loss on the engine. So yeah, what Uncle Richard said is what we'll do is probably swap out the El Camino's engine into this. Although that is only an inline 6 engine, it should be a little bit more powerful than a beat up V8 like this, and yeah, pretty much will return a little bit more power to this thing by doing that. Oh, I see the car that almost move a little bit forward.